Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make informed decisions. And guys, I just did a deep dive and I did a series on real world assets and comparing all those crypto projects. And I'll leave a link at the end to a couple of those. But during that process, I believe I've uncovered the best real world asset project, but it just so happens to be the best altcoin for the upcoming bull run, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to justify that in this video, and we're going to go through 10 different projects. And the odds are you own one of those projects or a handful of those projects. Now, I want to be very clear. When I say that this is the best altcoin for this upcoming bull run, we're talking investment. We're not talking about the most scalable, the fastest, the one you like the most, the best tech. See, that's where people really wreck themselves. They don't understand the difference. Guys, when I talk about best risk reward investment, I'm talking about the probability. If I say put $10,000 in any of these projects, I have the best risk reward and the probability to make the most money when the bull run is over. For the life of me, why people would debate that the best investment is the best tech. It's irrelevant. That's like saying, you drive a BMW and that's the best car, so it's the best investment. It makes no sense. So this video is going to be full of alpha. And guys, we're going to talk about 3 different metrics. We're going to take a look at the chart. And guys, for me, if the chart doesn't match my fundamentals, I take it off the list. Now, I may swing trade it or day trade it, but for holding an asset or a crypto as an investment throughout the bull run until altcoin season when it's time to sell, if the chart is beat up or if a project hasn't made a new all-time high in every bull run that it's experienced, why would you possibly buy that? But that being said, the chart lets you know that. So we're going to take a look at the chart. We're going to talk about the tokenomics, and then we're going to talk about the narrative, the sexy story, because we all know that that's what moves the needle in crypto. So hit the like button. Let's dive into this altcoin. Guys, the altcoin is Mantra. OM is the symbol. Now, let's just take a look at the chart to start with. Guys, it doesn't get any better than that. This thing came out in 2020. It pumped. And then it made a new all-time high from that pump in 2021. And now it has exploded in this, bull market, which a lot of people say we're not even in a bull market. But not only has it taken out its old all-time high, guys, which was like 55, it has already ran to $1.40. That is a huge upside. So it 3x'd its old all-time high. Not many projects have done that. Now, what's better than that to give you the probabilities? Well, look at the market cap, still a low mid cap, which is 786 million. So it can get to $1 billion, and then it can easily go to 20, 30, 40, 50 billion, in my opinion. Not saying it is, but the upside for such a good blue chip project in the top 100 is there because of the market cap. Now, look at, it's almost fully diluted. Doesn't get any better than this, guys. Circulating supply, 843 million. Total supply, 888 million. Guys, this thing's firing on all cylinders. Now, remember how good looking that chart is, guys, but I want to show you something. And I highly recommend, guys, if you're not familiar with Masari, go there and look at, and it gives you a lot of free information about circulating supply. You can go there on all of these projects, which I do, and you can see who's dumping on you and when they're dumping and the significance to that. Now, check this out. The tokenomics are getting better and better. And in this year, as good as that bull chart looked, they had a huge supply increase. But now it's pretty much leveled off. There's no more big dumps coming. That matters when we get into altcoin season and you don't know if they're going to kill that pump, which happens all the time. But in the first of the year, they basically dumped 137 million tokens onto the market. Now, that sounds like a lot, and it is a lot with a project with good tokenomics. But Ripple, for example, dumps way more than that every single month. So it's all relative. But because of its supply, this is a big deal. But it didn't kill the pump. So that being said, guys, think about what we've talked about with Mantra, because what I do, and one thing I teach in my coaching, is when you find a good project that has the probability to outperform, why would you even consider another project? So if you find another project that you want to, say, stack, well, go compare it to the best of the best. So for this comparison, I believe Mantra has the best risk reward, which makes it the best investment. Now, yes, it is not going to lead this bull run. I have no doubt about it. There's going to be a lot of other projects, especially some of the gaming when it heats up, or some of the new launch projects. But we don't know who those are, and the risk to the reward is totally different. Number one rule in investing is don't lose money. Guys, I'm not into gambling. I do buy some meme coins, which is close enough, but I want the best investment. All right. Now, when you compare Mantra to Render, you could debate that Render is as good or even better. But guys, you can't pick but just one. You can't have two winners, right? Now, when you look, it came out in like September of 2000. It made two new consecutive all-time highs in 2021, and it's done the same thing. It has exploded its old all-time high, which was around $7, and it basically doubled its all-time high. That is all world. Now remember this, guys. This is what you want to see. If any project can't make a consecutive all-time high from the previous bull run, why would you invest in it? Some people would say it's a dead project. And whether it's dead or not, the probabilities are it's never going to make a new all-time high. Why would you hold that project? Doesn't make sense. Now, so the chart, you could debate, okay, it's almost as good, but it's not as good. So Mantra has a better chart. Now, the market cap is more than double the market cap of Mantra. Now, they're in two different sectors, AI versus real world asset, but the law of large numbers, Mantra can double a lot easier than the market cap of Render. But Render has a big upside, and its market cap, I think, could get up there to like 80, 100 billion. It could get up there with like the Solana type projects. Not saying it is. Now, let's look at the tokenomics. The circulating supply is 391 million, and the total supply is 532 million. Again, good, solid tokenomics, but it loses to Mantra. So when you compare all that, Mantra won every category. Does that mean it's going to outperform Render? No. Now, the one thing they have that you could debate on is AI going to outperform real world assets? They're both two of the hottest sectors out there. So I'm going to call that a draw, because who knows? I think they're both going to rip. And if you own any project in AI or real world assets, as long as you take your profits, I think you're going to be okay. Most projects are going to do extremely well when the sector takes off. Now, another really good debate of being the best altcoin investment for this bull run is FET. Now, the reason you could make a really good case, and I'll let you guys decide. Came out in 2019, two consecutive all-time high in the same bull run, and then has taken out its old all-time high, which was 93 cents, and it is done over a 3x above its all-time high. So it's up there with Mantra. Might be a little better, so one up. Now, the market cap is almost 3 billion. But let's think about this, guys. FET has merged with Singularity Net and Ocean Protocol. And those are wonderful blue chip projects. Now, there's a new token, and Coinbase doesn't honor that. So whether you buy the new token or fetch, it's one-to-one, same exact project. But here's the case you could make. The chart's a tad better, but its market cap, even though it's 3 billion, you're adding Singularity and Ocean Protocol to this project, and its market cap is lower than FET has already been in this bull run. So you could really debate that this might be a better project. And then when you look at the tokenomics, about the same. Both are almost fully diluted. So you could make the case for FET being, a better project. The AI narrative, the blue chip of all three of those projects coming together, the only thing is the market cap is more than 3 times bigger. So it has to run 3 times harder. I don't see that happening. Now, this one is Kaspa. This one was the hardest because, guys, I love Kaspa, and I want to be extremely clear, guys. That doesn't mean that any of these projects can't do well. It's crypto. They're all going to do okay. But that doesn't mean they're the best risk reward. Kaspa, I love Kaspa. One of my biggest bags. Phenomenal project. Good tokenomics. And probably the most consistent chart. The other charts had a lot bigger rallies. There hasn't been massive rallies. I mean, that was pretty good and that was pretty good. But when you compare it to other projects, it's been steady. When you look at that chart, and it hasn't broke structure. Positive. Now, tokenomics, pretty solid. Now, the downside of why I think Mantra and FET, for that same reason, are better investments for this bull run is the market cap's already 4 billion, and there is no sexy narrative. It's not AI, it's not gaming, it's not real world assets, and it's not a meme coin. So as good as the project is with the grassroots and all that, and I think it's going to do extremely well, its risk is a lot more because you don't have that narrative that's going to pump this token, which it does have a lot of things coming out in the pipeline. Like it's not accepting developers, doesn't have adoption, doesn't have partnerships. They could start announcing all that. This thing could take off at any time. Great, great project. But again, only one can win. And the best risk reward is still Mantra, in my opinion. And the market cap at 4 billion, guys, that's getting on up there. Could it get to 40 billion? To say it would have to outperform like XRP. That is a big, big task for whatever it's worth. That being said, guys, no matter how high you think any of these projects are going to go, take profits or you're going to become the profit. And don't set a dollar value, in my opinion. Just start taking profits. Like you get a 2x, 3x, take out your initial investment. When you get another big spike, take it out. Just keep taking it out. The odds are it will crash again and you can buy it back over and over throughout this bull run. And when you're in altcoin season, once it comes out, it's not going back in. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. Okay, so in my opinion, guys, you could really build a case for render, FET, and Kaspa, right? And quite frankly, guys, own all of them. And I will own all of them. Let's see, I own 1, 2. I don't own render and mantra yet, but I'm just following the charts. So I will own all 4 of those projects. They're great projects. Now, let's get into the other projects a little faster because, quite frankly, guys, when it comes to risk reward, these projects aren't even on the list of the best risk rewards. Now, they may have the best reward in the long run, or not in the long run when the bull run's over for some odd reason. But guys, if you're tired of losing money because of all the FOMO you've been hearing and all the lies, you might want to get into the blue chips a little more and play the probabilities. Just saying. All right, Jasmy. Jasmy has a lot better tokenomics than it used to. It's fully diluted, but guys, it got slaughtered with the supply dump. It will never hit a new all-time high in this bull run, probably never. Definitely not in this bull run or probably the preceding. One day, maybe. So take that off your list. It's virtually impossible. When you had this pump right here, guys, you had like 5% of the supply. Now it's fully diluted. That's positive. No more dumps. Now, the market cap's just under $1 billion. That's positive. But I don't think this is a big boy type project that's going to go to, say, 20 billion. Could this thing do a 10, 15x? Absolutely. I think it could, and it may shock the world. Who knows? But if you get a big green candle, I would highly recommend you take your profits. And guys, it's not even remotely the best risk reward. As good as the project it is, and I will be on stacking some more Jasmy. I've owned it before, took my profits, which I teach in my coaching. It went well. Now I can buy it back lower with more money. All right, as good as Solana is, not even in the ballpark. I believe Mantra will outperform Solana easily for the remaining part of this bull run. Now, let's look at the chart. The chart is not even remotely as bullish. It should have already taken out its all-time high to be in the ballpark of the renders and fetch and Kaspa and Mantra. It didn't do that. Tokenomics, they're not bad. It's getting closer to fully diluted, but there's still a lot more supply heading on the market. And then you also have the FTX supply that could keep feeding as well. The market cap is just too massive, guys. How high do you think this thing's going to go? I don't think it's going to 3x its all-time high of 250. I don't think there's a 750 Solana in the works. Could be wrong. There's some big boys like Raoul Paul, Investa Answers. They have, they would be considered whales. But guys, keep this in mind. Both of those guys own Solana. Raoul Paul probably owns, I don't know, $50 million type money. They both talked about taking profits in this bull run. They're not hodling Solana. No one hodls. Smart people don't hodl crypto or altcoins. They may hodl Bitcoin like I do, but you don't hodl altcoins. That means you're just exit liquidity and you're going to wreck yourself. Say with love, not financial advice. Stellar. All right, guys, there's no comparison. The tokenomics, they're not horrible, but they're definitely not good. The market cap is way too big, 3 billion. I don't see it getting more than an absolute best 10x, absolute best. But here's the concerning part. Guys, this has been in a 7-year bear market. It's in a bear market. why would anyone think that this is going to turn around and take out this when the supply has increased greatly? And there was nothing stopping this thing from making a new all-time high in the previous bull run price-wise. Now, for whatever this is worth, Stellar did hit a new all-time high as far as its market cap. And see, that's the understanding when you understand tokenomics that you need, because Stellar could make a new all-time high again in this bull run for market cap and still not make a new all-time high, and maybe not make a new all-time high ever again. Now, the only narrative it has, it used to be an ISO, banking reset, and all that. Well, that's dead and gone. Well, now it's real world assets, and they're doing extremely well. But do you think that's going to pump it more than Mantra, who is dominating real world assets, and Ondo, or other projects like that? I don't think so. Now, so it's not even remotely. Internet computer. Guys, I'm here to tell you, internet computer probably will never, ever make a new all-time high. When you look at the tokenomics, no. But when you look at this chart, there's no indication that this thing's got any real life to it. I'm not calling it a dead chain. I still own a little bit of ICP, and I'm glad I bought it, and I'm glad I took profits. But guys, outside of the so-called hype of the best tech and how tribal people are, this isn't even remotely in the ballpark the best investment. Even if it has the best tech, it doesn't have the best tokenomics, which are not bad. It's getting closer to fully diluted until it kicks into the unlimited supply. So unless it can really get adoption, which I see no indication, it is not going to be deflationary. It's going to be unlimited supply for a long, long time. A lot of people don't like me saying that, but that's the fact. It doesn't have max supply. Now, the market cap is too big as well. I don't see ICP doing better than a 10x, and that's being extremely optimistic. So when I look at the tokenomics, when I look at the market cap, I look at the chart, not even on the list. And again, guys, no one cares about your feelings. This is a big boy conversation. Put your big girl panties on and listen up. And I say that with love. Now, XRP, guys, again, one of the worst charts in crypto, couldn't even remotely hit a new all-time high in the last bull run because of the supply dump. In this pump right here, guys, that's about a 13 billion token increase. That's why that pump got killed. In this pump, it was about a 4 billion token increase. Since the last announcement, not the one that just happened, but the one like a year ago, Ripple has dumped almost 4 billion tokens onto the market. It's got the worst tokenomics in crypto, in my opinion, of the top 100 projects, outside of, say, a few meme coins, maybe. There's no way, in my opinion, that it is even remotely a good investment. It could hit an all-time high because of the crazy, tribe it has and all the misinformation, all the lies. But guys, once you get into the $31 billion market cap, really, how high do you think it's going to go? In my opinion, it's at least 20 billion overvalued. Think about this, guys. XRP is just a token. That's it. And Ripple, as the company who makes all the money with their supply, their valuation is only about 15 billion, and they own half the supply, which is worth 15 billion. So there's no way in the world XRP should be valued at $31 billion. And if you think it's going to be valued at 108 or 18 billion again, good luck. Not saying it couldn't make a new all-time high, but I'll be very, very shocked. And if it doesn't make a new all-time high in this bull run, it's never going to make a new all-time high. And again, guys, here's one thing I want you to think about. And this isn't FUD or anything to do with XRP. This is just an education and intelligent conversation for investing. For the people that want to hodl any project, let that XRP be your guide. Because a lot of people are even going to tell you, oh, the only reason it didn't make a new all-time high is because of regulation and the SEC. Okay, well, that proves my point. Look at the risk between bull run to bull run. If you would have took profits, you wouldn't have to worry about that, guys. The immense amount of risk in between bull runs is huge in crypto. You got regulation risk. You've got rug pull risk. You got just people, passing away or getting tired or hacks, right? You have tech risk, right? So any of these projects could just be obsolete, and most of them probably already are in the very near future. But to me, the regulation risk is great because we haven't seen Wall Street really move in. You talk about, like, say, ICP and cloud computing, wait till Amazon, Microsoft, and Google roll out their cloud technology for blockchain. It's coming. They're just waiting on regulation. All right, the last one. And if you watch my channel, I love Hedera. I love everything about it. I think it could be a long-term world beater project. But does that mean it's the best investment? No. I still own my bag. I'm not adding to it. I think it's going to do okay. I'm going to take my profits early. But it's already got double the market cap than Mantra. The chart has showed no life to speak of compared to Mantra. The tokenomics are not horrible, and a lot of the money when Hedera increases its supply goes back into the ecosystem. That's why I like Hedera. It's got a great Wall Street, board and governing council. I think it's a phenomenal project. It's probably actually a better project than Mantra, but it's not even remotely on the list of best investments for this bull run. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. I highly recommend take whatever project. If a project comes out tomorrow and you want to invest, maybe, why don't you compare it to Mantra, compare it to Kaspa, compare it to Fetch or Render, and the odds are you're not going to buy it unless you're just looking for the meme coins and the pie in the sky. That's not what this channel's about. We do talk about some crazy high risk investments, but guys, most people are already getting wrecked. Most people have done okay with their portfolio if they bought, say, 6 months ago, but they gave it all back. Guys, look, stop chasing those big green candles and those 100x and those 1000x projects. Try to get, a good solid 10x, 15x, or 10x. There's your 100 for your portfolio. Now, that being said, guys, let me know what you think. I'm really curious what you think. All you haters, stop it. I don't want to hear it. If you can't tell me why your project is the best investment based on data and intelligence, just stop hating. But if you need some help with your portfolio, guys, and how to compare these projects and learn about tokenomics, I do one-on-one coaching. It's only $250 for 3 Zoom or phone calls. I think it'll help you out a lot. But either way, guys, do yourself a favor. Get a game plan, right, that rides you through the FOMO and the FUD. Educate yourself about tokenomics and take profits, or you're going to become the profits. And guys, no person that I know that's made millions of dollars in crypto outside of Bitcoin maxis hodl their altcoins. Take those profits. I can't stress it enough. Hit the like button. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and subscribe and be part of this community. Take care, guys.